Love you, Pat. Speaking of college, the CFP just came out.
But it's not like official yet, right? They have to wait till the
No, you gotta
games
wait
are
till
over.
the championship.
But as of
You
right
got-
now,
you got
Bama's
one
at
more
11,
week, yeah.
Arizona State's at 12. The other teams kind of are where they were to begin with.
Well, not Miami.
Yeah, except for Miami.
Miami's.
I mean, I was reading, watching the live when they were talking about it. It was more of their reaction. And a lot of them were upset that Alabama got in at 11. Mainly because of the Oklahoma loss.
But you got to think what happened. What was it last year when they snuck into the fourth spot, and they had multiple losses as
Yeah.
well. It's like when the NFL plays, they back in the day they wanted New England in that playoff. They wanted Kansas City in that playoff. So they just sounds better with them in it than Ole Miss. Half people don't know their
With South
mascot.
Carolina.
I told you it was going to be a stretch of things.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was going to be a stretch. It was wishful.
Yeah, too much happening. The fact that Alabama had a stronger schedule, they lost to Bama, and you had the same record. Don't get me wrong. They beat Bama. They're in.
Oh, if they beat Bama,
They're
yeah.
in at 11, maybe even 10. You don't even got to think about it.
If they beat Bama, I think they're ranked a little higher.
I'd probably put them above Miami.
Yeah. Because, should have beat LSU. Got robbed in that game.
Shoulda, woulda,
Ole
coulda,
Miss was the
bro.
only game that was a legit loss. They just didn't play.
And that's why
Plus,
they're behind Ole
Sellers
Miss.
missed almost half the game against LSU because he missed the whole third and didn't come back until the end of the fourth, I think. And brought us back.
But you saw how they're ranking it because literally South Carolina is right behind Bama and Ole Miss.
Yep.
And those are
The two
two
that
of their
they-
losses.
So, but they play good. I think they'll get a decent bowl game.
They still say they have a 20% chance. I don't know how it's feasible.
If Clemson wins the ACC title, then that looks like a good win for them.
But then you have
It's the only thing I can
SMU,
think of.
who's got 2 losses.
I might drop SMU out of the.
They said if SMU loses, that might actually kick Bama out of it. Because then it's a 3-loss team over a 2-loss team.
It might also depend on how bad, if SMU loses, how bad of a loss that is.
I mean, they'd have to get blown out.
Because if it's a 3-point loss, then they're probably still in. But
Yeah, that's
if
what I'm
they're
saying. They're
20
still
something,
in minus the points. Clemson's only shot is they got to win.
Yeah.
So Dabo should just go for broke. Throw everything at it in the kitchen
Yeah,
sink.
because if they lose the ACC title game, they're not.
Last game of the year, Brent. Can't hold anything back now.
Yeah, no.
Because if they don't win, they're not in,
No,
They're out.
1,000% because of 4 losses.
Yeah.
So
and they won't have even them having the 3 losses with the ACC title. It's the title game's the only reason they'll get in because they put that in place.
yeah, you get the bye. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But it, like I said, it does allow those teams that have lost to hey, we got a little shot here, for something. But again, it makes the game that much more exciting, because it's not 2 teams that are already in, they're gonna be in with Oregon and Penn State and Ohio State, the Big Ten championship. All they're playing for is a bye, so there's a little bit of importance. But this is Clemson only gets in if they win.
Yeah.
So it
They're a
definitely
lot behind this game.
definitely hypes it up.
And it
very
might
much.
be the same for SMU. We don't know. They should still get in even if they lose.
SMU will be in regardless.
But if they get blown out, maybe not.
We'll see.
They might be this 3-loss team deserves to get in over SMU.
That's a hard one to explain.
It is.
You can explain the Bama one over Ole Miss in South Carolina, but it is a tough order to try to explain. SMU's pretty much been running through the ACC over or under Bama.
And speaking of running through, talking about Ashton Denty on pace. Well, he should get the Heisman, but it's gonna be tough. I think it's just him and Travis.
Yeah, I don't see.
I don't think anybody else
really
comes close.
hanging out. They might say Shador and Cam Ward because they're we got to have 2 other people there, but they're just
They're just
for
there.
looks.
They're just there.
They're gonna get third
They're
and fourth place
we're
votes.
hanging out.
One of them might sneak a second place vote, but
They're
it
there.
should be Travis and Ashton Genty getting 1 and 2.
They're there to take pictures and be an answer to trivia questions later.
But I guess
Yeah.
it's more who deserves it more. Now,
But I think there's strong cases.
if
there's
Genty
strong
breaks
cases
the
for both.
record of Barry Sanders, I feel like you got to give it to him, even though Travis has done things that no one's done in 20,
But people have done
30 years.
There's been multiple people do
People
it.
have done it, but they haven't done it as well.
It's not been.
But if he breaks Barry's record, it's like you beat a record that one person set a long time ago, and no one's even come close to
Yeah,
it
like
And he
since.
said it in 10 games.
Yeah, and he did it in 10.
I mean, Barry's Barry. He's done
Barry's
a lot.
It's still Barry, yeah. And it's not even that Ashton Genty's doing it against bad teams. He's doing it against everybody,
Yeah.
putting up the numbers.
He did it against
Travis Hunter,
Oregon.
though, I mean, he's on the field all the time. I mean, he played, 90% of the snaps he's played this year on both sides.
Something like that.
But like one game he put in, he was like 98, 99%
Yeah,
of
I
the
think he
snaps
missed
for one of the
like
games.
just like the kickoffs.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's insane for both sides. When you have wide receivers who run like one deep route and they're like, I need a break.
Yeah.
But I guess the other thing is, because I forget who was, it was like, they were like talking about, it was like an article, and they were saying like being opposite a lockdown corner, like
Yeah.
how does it feel? It's like the ball's always coming your way, because lockdown corner ain't no one throwing that way. So it's like, really, everyone knows he's the lockdown side, so all he has to do is just kind of keep up with his guy, and most of the time, it's just keeping up with like a go route, because they're trying to.
Just run somebody off.
Yeah, so he's just running sprints
space and
basically.
coverage.
Yeah.
And I mean, their defense is well enough to where it's like, sure, he's got to run maybe 7 or 8 50-yard sprints. Maybe the odd occasion he's getting a hitch route thrown his way. So I don't think he's getting that tired. Plus, they shown his workouts and his conditioning is insane.
I mean, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Because to do it on a college level, it's like, yeah, I did it in high school. The only time I went on the field was extra points. But it was like, that's
You're
high
missing out.
school.
This is bread and butter.
Good time.
I was there like once or twice when someone was like, they yelled extra point and they were like, that one person who's not paying attention, they're like, all right, bro, get in there. And I'm like, all right, I'm
Kick the
here.
ball.
This
What?
is the only time I get off the field to get water. Was literally, that was it, or timeouts. I'm like, I'm dying of thirst over here while this guy is chugging down Gatorades. And I'm like, bro, you only play defense. Why don't you throw one over here?
It just shows I can contribute
But
a lot easier with just one.
Where do you think
I don't need to play
Hunter gets
50
drafted?
million snaps, huh?
Travis, do you think he gets drafted
Depends
offense or
on-
defense?
No, that's his decision. Like I said, if he's wanting to get his bag,
He's got to go
you
offense.
got to go wide receiver
Yeah.
because they're making the most money. But are you going to be more coveted as a corner? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But I mean, it also depends on what offense do you go to? Do they have a good quarterback? Like if the Jags lose out, you got Trevor Lawrence. Maybe Travis Hunter's the guy that really opens it up for him instead of grabbing the number 2 guy from Arizona with Kirk and saying he's our guy, yay! And then you pair him up with Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, that's a solid.
And he could play both sides. A little bit of both.
Well, I've said,
In certain scenarios, I could see him going in on a 3rd and long.
yeah, if you're playing like dime or nickel,
Yeah.
Then that's
You bring in that
perfectly
5th DB.
yeah, you get fresh legs. I mean, or like I said, it could go the opposite way. You play him at corner.
Bring
and
him
then
in.
Then if you run like a 4 wide receiver set,
Like if it's a 2-minute drill, you bring him in.
It's where he'll fit most in whatever team drafts him. He's
Yeah.
still going to be a top 5 draft pick regardless.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%.
So it's just whatever they want him to
Bet
do.
my
with him.
house on that.
Do you want him to focus more on being your number 1 corner, or do you want him to focus more on trying to be an offensive weapon for you?
Now, when it comes to contract time, and let's say he does do a little bit of both, is it like a Jimmy Graham situation where he's like, look, I know I'm a tight end,
But I play like a wide receiver.
but I play like a wide receiver. So
Basically like Mike Gesicki, because that's what he wanted.
I think he looks more in a Taysom Hill kind of contract scenario where he'll get so much playing snaps at corner, so much playing snaps at receiver. Like
More
Taysom
incentive
Hill
based.
gets his snaps at corner, his snaps at running
he
back.
ain't gonna take
corner.
that. He's gonna be like the type of personality is. He's like, give me that money. Taysom Hill, that dude was tearing ACLs in college. He was barely lucky to get out. So he's like, yeah, if you want to pay me $40 million over 4 years with no guarantee money, that's perfectly fine. I'll take it. Like he's just happy to be on the field.
And now he's out for the
Travis,
season.
yeah, Travis ain't gonna be like that. Travis gonna be like, no, you're gonna pay me my money because one, he's got Dion in his ear. He's
Basically
like,
his
you
manager.
know what you're worth, and you ain't gonna take anything less than that. That's my opinion. So there's no way he's gonna have a Taysom Hill like deal. It's gonna be more like, give me top quarterback money, but you're gonna add probably another $4 to $5 mil a year on that for my wide receiver services.
Mhm.
If you
If
go
they use him there.
if you go, they'll use
Yeah.
him there. You don't. You don't leave that on the bench, like with his skill set. But again, it's his choice on how he wants to run it. And he's got professionals in his ear that can get, like Dion, he's played cornerback in the NFL for years, so he can give you that side of the info. And I'm sure he's met plenty of wide receivers, pro wide receivers, that can bend his ear on that one. So it's like, see what you get, and then you make a decision.
Yeah. I think he'll be an interesting one to watch in the NFL to see, because it's been a while since there's been a player like that in the league that is legit, could play both sides at that position. Like, I mean, the last time we had somebody in college was the Jack kid from UCLA that played linebacker and running back.
I
Was
mean,
it
that
UCLA?
happens
Yeah.
sometimes too, but it's like mainly it's always a DB and with wide receiver.
Well, he was the last one. What was it? There was one game where he led the team in tackles and he was the leading rusher, and it's like that doesn't happen very often.
No, it's very true. I will say that.
Don't know what happened to him. Just kind of.
Obviously, not very good.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, like Dion was probably the last person in the NFL that did play. Well, he didn't necessarily play a lot of offense, but they used him in the return game a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's a little different though,
Yeah.
in my eyes. But like I said, we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see his journey. Is he going to be playing 90% of the NFL snaps? Not in
No.
real life.
Probably not.
No way in hell.
Or he might.
Yeah, you might. You
To be
never
honest,
know.
do it one game just to make the people happy. It's like when LeBron James and Bronny were on the floor at the same time. They're like, get it over with,
Just put him out there.
and then show the people, hey, this isn't a good look. We did it. We did it for you guys. Now we're done.
For you guys.
If he doesn't get on the Giants, do it when they're versing the Giants.
Yeah. That'd probably be the only team I would say to play them
If
both
it, if
against.
it were the Giants would have a decision to make, because you definitely need to go quarterback. And I don't know. Even with like Hunter.
I mean, well,
and with McMillan.
Well, let's
and-
think about this. It's a very soft class. There's 2 guys, and then the rest are kind of like, hey, we're trending downward.
Mhm.
And you're going to have some free agents pop up. Like, do you really think Sam Darnold's going to re-sign with Minnesota?
Right.
He might, but they've invested a top 10 pick in J.J. McCarthy, who's going to be back. Now, he hasn't played it before.
And they signed Daniel Jones.
on the practice
And they
squad.
signed Daniel Jones. So it's like...
Danny Dimes.
So it's like... And I think Sam
He's a
Darnold...
solid backup. Though,
Sam
yeah.
Darnold's going to want to covet that kind of bag. And you're still dealing with Malik Neighbors, who is a rookie in that regard. So, I mean, if you could do Travis Hunter, like if it happens,
Mhm.
you do Travis Hunter, Malik Neighbors, and you bring in Sam Darnold, Brian Dable still knows how to coach. He just doesn't know how to coach very shitty quarterbacks.
They still need an O-line too, though. Their line's not.
They will need an O-line, but the O-line draft is so bad that
Yeah.
it just isn't going to work. So,
It's got to get it in free agency.
so yeah, you got to get in free
They might
agency.
not keep Dable around either.
I understand not keeping around, but I feel like he's got the strongest case of a coach who's on the hot seat that should probably stay. Like,
because it's more the GM's fault. Like if
yeah,
Barkley
it's
going
like
out
you
the door.
chose to re-sign this kid.
They should. The guy
Because he
in
won one
the
game.
Hard Knocks video that wanted to keep Barkley, the only person, he should be promoted.
Yeah, you probably put him at GM.
This is the only person. Every time I see the clip, he's the only person who's like,
guarantee you
"You
he
probably
don't
should
work
let him
there
go."
no more.
He just needs to tweet every day. I told you so.
No, I guarantee you he don't work there no more because he's been side-eyeing the GM after every Barkley game, like that 255 pop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he ran for
He's like, huh?
255 yards. Every time he touches
What?
the ball in that game, he's probably looking at him like, "It could be us."
He'd probably put a poster of the backwards hurdle in the
Yeah.
GM's
Yeah.
office.
Right,
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
was-
Joe.
it is?
Have
I
you
thought
seen?
it would be a good
Have you
addition.
seen the sideline view of that? Like when he did it, like it was the camera guy that was like behind all the players that were on the bench when they were watching that play. Because all you see is Barkley's head go above everybody, and like everybody was like, and they all just turn around. I'm like,
Yeah.
that would probably be my reaction too. Because seeing something like that in person, like that was just insane.
I mean, me.
And you're seeing some crazy
Trying
stuff
stuff.
from like when you're at like the high school level and you have that kid that's better than everybody. They pull some crazy stuff like Justin Rogers used to, and it's like you see some of that stuff and you're like, that's insane. But then you see a guy in the NFL do it to other pros,
Other NFL players.
and it was just like that guy he hurled over. It's like, bro, you're gonna live forever on a poster.
Have we checked that guy? Have
Yeah,
we checked on that
he's
guy
been
since
checked
that
in.
day?
To,
He's still around.
is he getting therapy? Yeah, that was just that move was.
I just keep seeing.
I didn't even think
Saquon's
that was
ass
even
every
possible. A reverse hurdle.
day. Just keep seeing.
I mean, when you got
Saquon's
thighs as thick as tree trunks, you can do anything.
run over time.
Yeah, have you seen that video? It was like it was Jalen Hurts watching Saquon squat because we all know he squats a lot too, and he was watching Saquon squat, and he was just in the
Well,
background
they
like,
showed
like
him.
Proud Father
They
Yeah.
showed it, and it was like Jalen doing like 6'10", and he was like struggling like hair. But then they showed like Barkley doing like 6'40", and he cranked out like 5.
Yeah.
And it was like if he was sitting down in a chair.
yeah, but I mean, when you have a quarterback who's squatting, like that's a lot. But
Oh, trust me, no one enjoys it more than me right
That's
now.
why the push works.
yeah.
Oh, I love it when there's a penalty in the end zone. I'm just like,
Balls on the one. I
here
know what's
we
coming.
go.
Blanton hates it because he's
Barkley
like,
tries and he's just right there, but
I
it's like
need-
he doesn't get him. Like,
Hey, well,
Give
I
me
need
that
it.
6.
I need it this week because I'm playing Blanton, so I need Barkley to just not exist.
I don't know if they're versing.
I have to look. I mean, my best player has a very
Oh,
favorable matchup.
Actually, I think it's like Carolina.
Oh, it is Carolina actually.
I mean, again, personally, you just need Koshin to lose.
I do need coaching to lose.
I mean-
and Bucky just went off, so I know Mark was gonna be like, he's licking his chops right now.
Still win. Like, try to win.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't put all your
obviously-
eggs in the Koshin basket,
Yeah.
because, he might let
No,
you
I'll be
down
putting it
and
in the
actually
Lane
win.
basket. I'm like, Lane,
Ugh.
I need you to pull this off for me. Like,
I need you to be a person
yeah.
with your giant.
But I mean, it helps that one of my players has also got a pretty favorable matchup, also because Jamar Chase is playing Dallas. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty good match. Even though it says they're only ranked 19th, it's like we all know their defense is not good.
I mean, it's more run or
Like they're
They're
terrible.
ranked 19th because they're other horrible defense. They're
Yeah.
ranked 19th because
Yeah, your only killer is just no Lamar. Definitely.
Yeah, no Lamar, but I have
hurts ya.
Jared Goff, but they're playing Green Bay, and he didn't do great last time, but it was in Green Bay. They're in Detroit this time
In a
around.
dome.
So
No snow game.
I'm like, I'm
Don't want
gonna
any of
ride.
the South or West teams to piss their pants. 'Cause
Yeah,
some
we talked about
stripes are on
that.
the
We talked about that
ground.
last night. It's like one of those things you never thought of. It's like most of the conferences make sense, except ours. AFC East. It's like you got Buffalo, the Jets, New England, Miami,
All the way down.
all the way down here. And I was like, I've always said that it didn't make sense, like, because you have Jacksonville down there. You know, Tampa Bay's NFC, like they're down there. Like you could put
So
3
maybe
of the 4 teams
the
and throw
only,
in Atlanta.
maybe the
or
only
something.
other little difference is probably NFC East.
Yeah, where we say because it's like
Because you
East
got
and
them,
West.
and then you got. Well, what I'm saying is because you got Dallas in the middle,
yeah.
and then Philly, Washington, New York. But even so, it's like. But it's funny because they're both the East teams.
Yeah.
The East are just like, fuck it, we'll just figure it out.
I mean, granted,
who's
all,
left?
All
we
of
got
us are
Miami, and
all
Dallas.
the East.
I can throw them in there. See what happens.
Yeah.
Put 'em in there.
I mean, granted, we're all like the AFC East. We're all on the East. Dallas is Midwest.
Yeah.
Thrown into the AFC. Like you could swap them around. Like they should just have somebody come in one year and they're like, look, guys, next year you're going to be in different divisions. We have somebody coming in from logistics. They're gonna make things work because it's like every year when they come out with the total travel distance for teams, Miami's always in top 3. And I'm like, yeah, because we have to travel all the way up to the north 3 times out of the year for division games. I was like, that's decent.
Fucking 3-hour flight, man. On Spirit, you'll live.
Yeah, but they go by miles, not flight.
I'm just saying, it ain't like they're taking a
I
bus.
doubt they take Spirit.
But it's always like and it's like, yeah, because
Fucking Cincinnati.
the one year, I think it was this year, Pittsburgh was
Cheap
the
shit.
least amount of travel distance because y'all's whole division are literally next door neighbors.
right there.
You got the same fucking HOA.
Well, that, but I think we played the AFC West this year.
Yeah, which is all just went next door.
I'm talking about Denver and fucking Los Angeles. No, they're not next door.
I still think you had the least amount of travel distance this year.
I mean, divisional wise, yeah, we do. They're all right there.
They're all right.
No, I'm talking about total in the NFL when they ranked it by who traveled the least. I'm pretty sure you guys were literally at the bottom. Might have been last year I'm thinking of, but I'm pretty sure it was this year.
I mean,
Because last year it didn't help that
when you have
Miami
no
and
losing seasons for 18 years, you kind of get to
Miami and
run your
Kansas
own
City
show.
both had to travel to Germany last year, so that really bumped up the travel distance last year. This year we didn't
Did
travel
y'all win
anywhere.
that game? I can't even remember.
No, that was a game that ended with a bad snap over Tua's head.
Gotcha. Must have been snowing.
No. Not Germany.
Swipe wind chill. Probably got it below the 40s.
That was also the Tyreek
To
Hill.
his arm froze.
The same thing that you were bitching about with
That frozen shoulder really kicks in.
the Josh Allen touchdown where his momentum was stopped. Same thing happened with Tyreek in that.
That
game.
really doesn't make sense. Dude, you saw the Josh Allen catch touchdown.
Because Amari Cooper
he
was
got
getting
credit
hit.
for a pass and a catching touchdown.
As a Josh Allen owner,
Me too.
Yeah, I'm sure
In
you're fucking
fantasy.
happy.
I loved it, but that play should have been blown dead.
He
Yeah.
literally got hopped forward
Should've.
twice.
Like,
Once, okay, maybe he
Because he didn't have. Well, the first one he didn't quite have the ball in his hand
he
yet. But
gets stalemated, and he has time to reset the ball and then go backwards, and it's like, oh, you're here. Here you go.
Here, take it. Like what?
and it shouldn't even
fuck
count as a
is
receipt.
that?
Like Josh Allen didn't catch it. It's a backwards. It's a lateral.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody's got to get a. Somebody. The pass was thrown forward, so somebody's got to get.
Yeah, Amari gets the reception.
Amari gets
so
the
you're telling
reception.
me all these lateral plays at the end of the games, like if my running back gets the last lateral, he gets a reception.
Miracle
on
in
it?
Miami. Kenyon Drake got a
He
receiving
shouldn't
touchdown.
get a reception out of it, but he should get a receiving touchdown because it was essentially thrown.
They gave him a reception for it. Because I saw the math off ESPN
No, he
Fantasy.
did.
They
He
shared it
didn't
up
get a
on.
reception.
I didn't get a reception.
Oh, he had receiving
He
yards.
Had zero.
I get
He had
I got
zero
receiving
receptions
yards.
for 7
7
yards
yards and a touchdown.
and a touchdown.
Which is impressive.
Yeah. Not someone who's playing. And
Which also-
luckily,
which also
I was
counts
up
as
by
a passing
fucking. Well,
touchdown,
luckily
too.
I was up by 40, and San Francisco was shitting the bed. Or who were they playing? San Francisco.
Yeah.
Right. Was shitting the bed so
'Cause
bad
he was up to 30
that they
in the
pulled
third quarter.
that
Yeah.
they pulled Josh for Mitch like
They
at the end
put
of the
in
third. And I was
Mitchell
like, thank
Trubisky.
God.
Yeah, because if not, he's getting 40.
Probably the way that game was fucking going.
Yeah, because when it's snowing, Josh is like, I'm just going to run every play. But then James Cook's been on fire this year.
He has been. I'm not knocking him for it. He's up there in touchdowns.
And then my game last night with Denver, I showed Cody the score, and I'm like, granted, I was asking a lot for my defense yesterday during the day. I was like, I really need my defense to kind of just get me like 21 points. They got me 20. Because you can't get half points on
You
defense.
get halves. We'll talk. You know, you got to bring it up in the league meeting next year.
Gotta
Maybe
bring it
you'll
up
get
in
the
the league
votes.
meeting.
No, really, I was looking. I was like, if I got screwed on the quarterbacks not getting the decimals for the yards, I'm gonna be pissed. But I didn't.
You didn't. I did the math.
We were pretty much. It was pretty even.
I did the math.
Because I was at
you,
230 something,
You were at like. Actually, I think you were like.
or I might have been 330 something.
You were at like at 317 and or no, you were at like 230. You were 237.
Yeah, it was just past the 25.
Yeah, you were
and he was at
237.
something 01.
He was at like 09.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I did the math. It was like 0.26.
Yeah.
Because I was like curious too. I'm like, man, if that decimal shit happened.
I literally thought of that
But
today. I'm
it-
like, if the decimal
it
for the
didn't-
quarterback
it
screwed me, I was
didn't.
gonna be like so mad. And then I went and looked, and I'm like, I can't be mad about that. Because I'm like, if I did lose because of that, like if he was at, because we don't get if he's at 49, you don't get the point until he hits
Yeah.
50.
I've been begging.
There's no
for it for
decimal,
2
no
years.
nothing. So it's not
like
no
when
point
coaching
nine.
asked me to come in. What the fuck do you think I mean by decimals? Everybody.
Like, why do you
Do
do
the fucking
everybody
math,
but
man.
the quarterback? Like, it makes no sense. Like, the defense is understandable.
.04 is 1 yard. It's simple. It's simple mathematics. A fucking third grader could do it. And there's literally a button that allows you to do that. And he's like, no, fucking only things at 25.
And what's funny is
For
last year,
fucking
Donnie was
Stone
like,
Age.
how many ties have I ever had? He's like, with decimals, it kind of gets rid of the time. This year, we had a fucking tie with decimal, which I've never seen in a league that does
Doesn't happen
decimals.
often.
But if you do the quarterback yards
It
right,
doesn't happen.
it's not a fucking tie.
Because I bet, I'm wondering, let me go back and look at
I
that.
checked
You did?
it. I checked it when it happened, and no, I think Corbin would have won by like, .2. or
Whatever, but it's
something.
still a win.
Still a win. Still a W. And trust me, that's not a win he could afford personally. And it wasn't like because Adams in
It wasn't gonna help him.
and Adams in the softest division, so that loss he still is beaten. He still keeps his division lead.
It still amazes me how like
But
we
still.
draw our league, our divisions are random. Like we draw them before we even do the draft. Like the day we do the draft, we draw divisions first, and then you draw your draft order. So the entire middle division, which I showed you, are literally the bottom 4 scorers in our entire league. They're the bottom 4.
I'm trying to think where they ranked in the because Casey was first pick, Adam was like 5th.
I pulled the board.
Full board. Yeah, Casey was first.
Casey was first, and he got screwed because he went Chris McCaffrey, and he kept Jamar Gibbs in the second, which would have been solid.
Yeah.
Granted, he played, which also brings up that league that's
Everyone makes that choice. Though.
that league that I'm
Everyone
in
makes
that's
choice.
just god awful because they can just grab people whenever the hell they want to.
Fucking Thunderdome in that league.
Yeah, like it could be middle of the game and you can add them. You can't start them, but you can add them. Middle of the game. No waiver, no nothing. Like, so someone got pissed. I think it was my brother actually got pissed because he had Christian McCaffrey who got hurt. He had Jordan Mason who also got hurt. He went to go pick up the other running back. Somebody else already did.
Yeah.
Middle of the game, as soon as it happened.
I'm on waiver.
Yeah.
I'm waiver order 10 out of 12 in our league. I still put the claim in.
Yeah, I was like,
you never know.
He
Maybe
said it-
9 people are asleep at the fucking wheel.
He said it to me, and I'm like, I know you're putting it in, so I'm not gonna bother because I'm
literally-
12.
It's literally all playoff teams ahead of me except for him.
Yeah, I'm 12.
So
Yeah, I'm
you're getting a
literally-
free start and running back.
I'm
and
literally at the bottom. Oh, they don't have names.
It definitely hurts. It hurts a little.
There's no
bit.
names.
What
So
you talking
we'd have to look to see who got drafted because it doesn't have the names on who's who.
Just read the team names. I can tell you that.
It doesn't. That's what I'm
Go
telling
by
you.
round. What are you talking about? If you go by round.
No, because we did it on the computer, so there's no names, just the draft picks.
Why don't you go on ESPN? They literally have you can look at the draft in there.
If Josh put him in that way, because he
did.
puts him in by hand.
No, so what? Yeah, but when
Because
you-
we know, I could tell by just the picks that obviously we knew Casey was first. Lane was 2 because he got
Here's to another
Bijan.
hard fought victory. Woohoo!
Lane was 2 because he had Bijan Robinson. Who drafted CD Lamb? Was that Blanton?
No, he had him last year. Yeah, see, look, draft recap. You click on it, and then you can see.
But did he
there's
put him
round
in
one,
the right
there's
order,
round
though?
2. Yeah, you can literally go by team, or you can go by that.
Because he puts him in by hand. That's why I didn't want to look there because Josh could just be like,
No, that's cool because you picked 5th, Koshin picked 7th. Adam was last pick.
yeah, with AJ Brown
Yeah.
and James Cook. And yet he still is the bottom of the league in scoring.
Soft division, man. That's what happens. But regardless,
Yeah, because I posted that earlier, and I'm like, in the top 3 scorers, the only 3 people who've broke 1,500 points all in the same fucking division.
I'm like at 1489. Like, sorry. had one bad week.
I had 2. 3, actually, that I didn't break 100. The first 2, though, were horrendous.
50s.
Like, yeah, it was bad. We went back and looked, and I'm like,
He
bro,
should have just folded up shop right then and there.
I honestly almost did. I was like, bro, I've scored 100 points in 2 weeks. I'm like, this is not going to be a good fantasy season. And then things turned around, and now
Well,
I'm
that's because,
third.
the Bengals in September, they're just like, how does this thing work?
When I looked after this weekend, I have the number 1 quarterback, number 1 wide receiver, number 1 defense.
And he's still fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, but I'm 3rd in points, and I'm fighting for a playoff spot because of our division. Because
The old San
1, 2, and
Diego
3
Chargers
are literally
over
in
there.
ours.
Yeah, but you're still 7-6.
The old
Yeah, because I have to play my own division 3 times, and 3 of us are all leading scorers.
I mean, Lane's no slouch.
Yeah, San Diego Chargers over there. You got the number 1 offense, number 1 defense. Did you make the playoffs? I
I had to play Brian.
Damn special.
I had to play a guy twice who averages over 125 points a game.
You almost beat him.
Yeah, I had to score 138 to even come within a half a point.
Sounds like you should have done 139.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah. Like I said, man.
It's crazy when you think about it. Like, you put up 138 and you don't win. Like, that rarely happens in half PPR leagues.
I mean, I put up 144 and Josh had me sweating with fucking
Josh Allen.
2 Joshes had me sweating. Josh Allen and fucking Koshin.
It was an interesting fantasy because I don't think there was really anybody that scored low in our league. I think everybody was right around 100 at least.
Maybe it was a decent. It was,
'Cause
a good,
even,
it was a good week. I was sitting on
Even
some-
Josh or whatever, no, because Blanton and them, or whoever Blanton played, scored in the 90s, and he's usually the lowest scorer.
Yeah, I forget. I think he played with Travers or something. Travers sucks.
Oh,
but
Travers.
yeah,
He just gave up.
I think he just kind of just said, I'll start a team, but it's not gonna be good. It's like me in our league where I'm like, I'm putting my best foot forward, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
out.
me and Ryan were talking about that today. He was looking at who some of the guys ahead of him in the standings play coming up, and he's like, he plays warm lunch meat. I'm like, he plays Cody. I was like, that might be a win. I was like, unless Cody pulls one out of his ass, you never know.
It's not like my guys don't try, but it's like Travis Etienne, fucking waste. My first 3 picks were complete garbage. CMC doesn't play. Travis Etienne, ugh. Mike Evans gets fucking hurt.
Sounds like you just got to draft better.
Hey, I was graded an 8.
Yeah, because the computer had to give it an 8 because they drafted
They
for
drafted
you.
for me.
And your team, to be honest, at the start of the season didn't look terrible. But I'm like, I was upset that it gave me a D, and I'm like,
We hit
I was like, my team looks pretty fucking good on paper.
3-10.
It was good because I'm the highest scorer in our
That must be
league.
nice. I think in my other 2 leagues, I have 3 wins combined.
What your
My Boston league.
Boston league? You only have how many wins?
2. Dude, I'm 3rd.
Bro, if it went for Miller's league, you'd be fucking shitting a brick
Dude,
this year.
I'm 3rd in points for, but I am 1st in points against. And it's like not even close. Like when teams come in, there's like, hey, you want to have your best week today? Yeah, I think so. Why not? Cool.
You're like the Cincinnati Bengals.
Put 46.
That is probably the
That's the best analogy.
That's the best analogy ever.
You're
Where it's
the
like,
Cincinnati
hey, I'm
Bengals.
gonna put up 140,
But you guys
and
can put
they're
up
like,
160.
hey, we're gonna put up 168.
I mean, it's crazy to see that stat where it's like teams this year to score over 30 points and lose. The Bengals have 4 or 5 of them, and the rest of the NFL only has 1.
I mean,
You put up 38 and lost twice.
Now it's 5 because of the Pittsburgh game. So they've put up over 30 5 times and lost all 5. Or that they put up 30 and
if
lost
you
5
ever
times.
needed to fire DC, it's probably right then.
Probably, yeah.
And people and
Matt
people
Eberflus is available.
people in the comments on most of those are like blaming the offense. I'm like, the offense is doing their job.
Yeah.
If your offense is putting up over 30 points, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. You
I was
need,
like-
if I'm Bengals, you need to just well, you probably need to draft a wide receiver because you're not keeping T. Higgins. But
Because he's gonna go get number 1 money
draft one
somewhere.
wide receiver, maybe 1 lineman, and then the rest just defense. Now they only have 6 picks this year, so I have no clue how they're going to handle that. You better own free agency.
You might not draft.
But you know what? You know who's out there
for
for grabbing? Robert Sala.
Is Higgins
Just pluck him
up
up.
for a
He
contract
knows
next
Zach Taylor, huh?
Is Higgins up for a contract next year? Or has he got one more
he's
year?
on the tag right now.
Yeah, I think he's on the
So maybe they trade him and try to get some picks?
No one's gonna guarantee a first round pick for him
Hit free
at
agency.
the end when it's like you're gonna hit free agency.
Anyways,
We know they're not gonna sign you because they still have to sign Chase.
Yeah.
You have to get him a sign and trade him.
and he's going to sign number 1 wide receiver money.
Yeah, people are saying like Chargers are like the best bet.
I could
for
see
him.
that. And that'd be a great fit for him with Justin Herbert. Like, he would instantly, that would bump up his fantasy draft status
Fucking
to...
ship Quentin Johnson out and be like, hey, you go somewhere.
That fucking
with,
just
him,
can't catch.
with him being the number 2 receiver in Cincinnati, there's a team that always wants to sign number 2 receivers, and it's Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jacksonville may give him.
Yeah, but if they grab Travis Hunter, I don't see them doing that because again, they got Brian Thomas, and Kirk's coming back. Although Kirk was going to get traded until he got hurt, so you got him still. And if they bring in Travis Hunter, there's no way they bring him in because they're paying Gabe Davis money.
Which didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Still doesn't make any sense, and it's proven that it doesn't make sense because he hasn't done anything. He scored, what, like 3 touchdowns this year?
I don't know, man. You used to praise Gabe Davis's you were like, woo, Gabe Davis.
Yeah, when I was trying to trade him.
Yeah, when you're like, hey, he just put up 38.
You're gonna
And
hype
then,
him up
oh,
when
what
you
did
try
he do?
to trade him.
What did he do the 7 weeks prior? Only had like 2,
He
4.
put up 28.
Yeah.
0.
He put up less points the previous 8 weeks
Yeah.
than he did in that 1 week.
Yeah.
He's always good for that one game, and it's always in fantasy playoff time where he goes for like 4 touchdowns.
And you gotta hope you play him when it happens.
Yep. It's every
You just
time.
gotta hope and pray, like me with Jordan Addison.
It was like this week. I would have played Jaden Reed like normal. Granted, he didn't have a great game, but he got in the end zone twice. He had 24 yards on 3 catches,
Yeah.
but he got 2 touchdowns.
Touchdown.
But
Played Sam Laporta. 3 receptions.
And I
6
played,
yards, 2
I
touchdowns.
know, I saw that stat line. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awful.
or the Westbrook Nikine. What's
Westbrook
he got?
Ikine.
17 catches
Fucking
and 9
hot hand
touchdowns.
Akine, and he sits him on the bench.
I just picked him up. I was like, he's got 1
Just
touchdown every
wait.
game, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna. I know it my luck. I pick you up
It's
because
the
you're
weight-
hot.
it's
I
the
start
waiter.
you, and then you go for nothing.
You do the one weight game to see.
Yep.
And then suddenly you're like, shit, that's probably the one. Now if I play him, I'm fucked.
Yep.
But I was like, I played Jennings because I'm like, Jennings is getting a lot of targets because he's the one. He still got a lot of targets, but it was a downstorm
That
game. He
damn
got like
snow
8
game.
or 9 points. But it was him or Tank Dell that I was debating over, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Jennings because I'm glad because Tank Dell basically got a goose egg until like the last 4 minutes of the game, which is what he does.
Now that Nico's back, woo.
Well, even when Nico was there, like 3 weeks ago, he had no catches, no targets through the first 3 quarters. And in the fourth quarter, they're all like 67-yard catch, and I'm like, where the fuck has this been all game?
It's
bro?
like Rashad Bateman. Like I still hold on to him unless again I somehow pick up the San Francisco running back. I'll lose him for that. But it's like you want to play him because he's good for
He's
that
a deep ball threat.
But it's not. That's what you're praying on. You're like, please, 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 and if it doesn't happen, you're like, oh, that's the risk you
Just let
take.
him get lost one play and let Lamar fight
It
him.
almost happened.
It's
you
just
know?
like what's his name in New Orleans because Derek Carr likes to throw the deep ball.
Rashid Shaheed.
Oh, MVS.
MVS.
Oh, yeah, and Stanley, yeah.
MVS is now coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, because Derek Carr's just like, there's somebody down there. I'm just gonna launch it, and then he's just like, 80-yard catch, and it's like, bro, that's the only thing you did all game, but
And
you
it'll
scored.
Then it'll be MVS all by himself, and you're just like, let's hope he catches it. He may not.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? And the other reason why I lost is because Mike Evans, the Tampa Bay was just like, we're gonna try to throw every down, because Baker was like 4 for 20 in the first half.
Baker's got to earn his contract.
Yeah, you let the running backs win it for you, because
Bucky and White are on rookie deals, so they can do whatever the hell they want.
I'm like looking at it first drive, and I'm like, all right, this game is working out the way I play. I started both of them because I'm like they're the second to worst run defense in the NFL. I'm like, both of them have went for double digits every game, basically since White came back from his injury.
Not this game.
So I was like, sure, let's let. Well, he would have if White would have gotten the end zone on that freaking first and goal, but he lost 5 yards,
maybe.
which probably also could have been the reason why I lost because he lost like 5 yards on that play.
If you lose 5 yards, that's a tie.
Yeah,
And
but
then we got a second tie.
anyway, through the first quarter,
God,
I look at the
crazy.
stats, and they're like both running backs had 5 carries each. They both had over 20 yards, so I'm like, that's pretty damn good average. And I'm like, and then they just stopped. I'm like, why have they not touched the ball again?
Baker's hot, man.
Yeah, Baker was hot at throwing it in the dirt. And then they
Except
get first
when
and
it was
goal.
Mike Evans, that bad boy was in
Yeah.
fucking hand.
First and goal on the one, they're like, let's just throw it to Mike Evans twice in a row. And I'm like, you have 2 running backs. One of them's not that small.
Oh, yeah,
White's
Mike
a
Evans.
pretty decent size running back. And they're like,
Got him in one league,
Nah.
not the league that I need.
They almost lost to Carolina.
yeah, because they didn't run the ball. Then finally
Carolina's
the
playing good though.
third quarter, they were playing good.
They are turning it around. I think Bryce needed that benching.
Well, they need it. It seems like they started playing better as soon as Adam Thielen came back.
Well,
He came
yeah,
back 3
you
weeks
didn't
ago.
have it. You traded away all your other wide receivers, so
Yeah.
you kind of needed.
But he's
to
that
come back.
safety net for him because I think Bryce is like he can look downfield and he knows if there's nothing there, he's got Adam Thielen right there.
I'll put you this: they got hope.
Mhm.
They got some hope. Got to really still fix that defense.
Hope's a good thing to have.
You got, but I mean, you probably want to get yourself another wide receiver in my eyes because they're probably not going to keep Thielen. If they do, it's going to be on a really low deal. So maybe you got a high enough pick. Grab that McMillan kid from Arizona.
Shouldn't have
Cause-
been high enough.
Yeah, should have because Hunter's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So I would say him, and then maybe shore up the O line, and then just the rest defense. Like pretty much follow Cincinnati's trend. It's like exactly it.
Do you think they re-signed Bryce Young,
Yes.
but to a
Well, there's no reason to resign him. He's still on a rookie deal.
but he's got what, a year left? Next year will be his
Yeah.
last year.
No,
You
this is
you
only
can
year
give
2.
him- You can
Oh, is
give him an extension.
This
I feel
is-
like people
no,
want to
technically,
leave him.
this is only year 2.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till after year 3 to get
To
him
pick
the
up the-
extension
yeah.
if you want. But I don't think that's the case for first rounders. So if you're after the round, technically in your 3rd year you can sign an extension because that's what Hunter did. But if you're a first rounder, you don't get to sign an extension after 3 years. You gotta wait till the 4th.
Yeah, because
And
with
then you
with
can-
Tua we picked up his 5th-year option or we signed him instead of picking up.
Like
his
so
5th
for
year.
me, like Bryce, like you probably got 2 years worth of auditioning to see. And if you can still kind of keep pace and Canales does what he's supposed to do and be a
Because it's not like
quarterback
your
who-
division's hard.
Well, he's
Very
definitely
easy
he's
division.
definitely trending in the right direction.
He's traded. Yeah, he needed that benching.
Yeah, he
and,
played well against
and
Tampa Bay.
I mean, I don't
And
know.
Kansas City.
I don't know who ran Andy Dalton's car off the road, but he should probably find that dude and buy him a beer. Because
the Happy Gilmore guy.
he was this close to his getting the fuck out of there.
Shooter, you want to go to Red Lobster later?
A treat. There's another time.
I'll be there.
Oh, we're friends. Oh, we're friends.
We should be looking at the sidelines in the Carolina game, see if there's some random dude just hanging out watching Bryce Young.
Yeah, how'd you get a sideline pass? I did a favor for Bryce. And he'd be like, I think I know that guy. I don't
You
know
look
how.
familiar. Do you drive a Ford Fusion?
You drive a Volvo?
Yeah.
I hit by a Volkswagen. Fuck, if it was a Volkswagen that hit him, that'd be amazing.
That would be hilarious. God.
We're not that lucky, but hopefully he comes back in Happy Gilmore too. He's got to make an appearance.
He
Is
got
he
it.
still alive?
I think so.
Is that guy still alive?
I don't know.
You should look it up.
I don't even know what his name is.
Just look at Happy Gilmore.
We had to look up earlier because they were talking about like the Christmas Vacation too, and I'm like, is Cousin Eddie still alive? He is. I thought he died.
Randy Quaid?
Yeah, I thought he died like
Yeah,
2 years
Randy
ago.
Quaid did die.
No, he's still alive.
No.
We looked it up earlier.
There's no way.
Was it Dennis Quaid?
No, it was Randy
Did
Quaid.
one
Randy-
of
Yeah,
the,
Randy
he's still
Quaid,
alive.
maybe.
did one of the Quaids die?
I could have sworn one of the Quaids died.
Not him.
Not Randy. Are you looking up right now?
Yeah, Randy Quaid. He's still alive.
Get the fuck out of here. Who died then that had like a brother who wasn't as good looking as him?
Wasn't one of the Hemsworths.
No. It was someone who that
Was it one of the
it was like
Baldwins?
it's like a Dennis Randy Quaid situation.
We
One of the
don't
Baldwins?
get Joe Flaherty. His name
I
is
mean,
Joe, his name
Phoenix
is Joe,
died a long time ago,
He's
so.
dead.
His name is Joe Flaherty. He died April 1st, 2024.
Oh,
He just died.
wait, no.
On, is that an April Fool's
When
joke?
did they start filming?
They just started. Like, it was
only,
just
it was
announced.
only a month or two.
He died
ago.
April 1st.
Son of
Are we sure he's not playing a joke and he's going to show back up to Happy Gilmore 2?
pre-production, man. He's probably in pre-production. Could have got his scenes in. What did he die of? If it was cancer, you probably could have still got something.
He died at 82 after a short illness. That's all there is. That's all there is.
I mean,
But he was 82.
Gilmore was 96.
Yeah, but still, that would have put him. I didn't think he
In his
was almost
50s?
60.
No, 50s.
It was
28 years ago, died in 82.
How old
That
was
puts
he?
him 54.
Yeah, that's still. I didn't. He didn't look that old in that. I would have guessed 40s.
He had droopy eyes.
He was 55.
Early birthday, I don't know. Took a shot.
That's crazy.
But,
In Happy Gilmore. he was 55.
I mean, I'm excited for it.
Talking about people getting hit by cars. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Azeal Shai.
3
whatever,
game
3
suspension.
games.
And
I think he'll
covers
appeal and get 2.
That's what we were talking about.
I
in the
think
kitchen.
he'll probably appeal and might even get one.
No, there's no way they'll give him 1.
I was gonna say, I think they're trying to set like a precedence here. Like they're like,
They have
we got to
like,
put somebody up
everything-
front. This is.
Everything is said helmet to helmet, even though it wasn't a helmet.
It wasn't helmet to helmet, but it was a forceful forearm to neck.
Forearm braced up.
Yeah.
Like, let me knee you in the face with my when I have my
And it was more
braces
so
on.
not that it wasn't like a glancing blow.
Take
Like
you with that
he
John
pushed his
Joyce.
head into the dirt. Because I'm like, we've seen when quarterbacks have slid and a defender's gone over top and tried to avoid and still made contact, and the refs don't throw the flag 9 times out of 10 for that.
Yeah.
Unless they're like, trying to throw a knee in there as they're flying over top, and the refs are like, come on, that was a little extra. But this one was like forearm to the neck, and he pushed down into the dirt.
Yeah.
Which is why everybody got pissed off, because it was like, you could have easily just hit him in the head as you were going by over the top, but you forcefully pushed him into the dirt. So it's like that's where the concussion came in, because it was like his head had nowhere to go. It was literally forearm, turf.
Well,
So-
he's done for the year. You don't even got to think about it.
I mean, it was as soon as it happened, I was like, that's exactly what happened to.
You're what? You're 2-10 or whatever,
Yeah, you
or
can-
2-11.
Yeah.
Let McCorkle.
And Mac Jones brought it back and
Let
almost won the
McCorkle-
game.
Close up the shop and just say
That fucker ruined
we'll
our
see you
point
next
spread.
and
'Cause
let
I picked the
McCorkle
Texans to
cook.
win by 3.5, and he brings them back to within 3, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, if anything's scripted, it's this is scripted.
Don't doubt McCorkle.
I'm like, that half a point, and he was just like, we're gonna score. This is what happened. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that game fucked you more ways than one. 'Cause Joe Mixon too.
Yeah, Joe Mixon got
Joe,
the
he
100-yard
got
bonus.
the 100-yard bonus,
in
2
garbage
extra
time.
points at 101 just to run
Yeah.
out the clock. Can't knee that shit.
Yep, the fucking those 2 points, I win. If they're just fucking take the knee. But no, they're the only team in the NFL who's like, instead of our quarterback losing a yard per
I mean,
knee, we're just gonna run it.
They had to run it because they had timeouts. I mean, that was the whole point. But, they could have brought another running back in. Damon Pierce is just chilling back there.
Yeah.
I forget who else. They got to have another person.
Is that Gunlier?
Ogunbowale.
Yeah,
Gumwale,
Gumwale,
yeah.
he's a,
Yeah, let him get a tote. Who cares?
Yeah, they don't want a Carolina Panthers scenario.
That was funny.
Chuba Hubbard fumble.
It was a good strip.
It was a good strip.
It was a good
Yeah.
strip. Can't blame anything about that.
Hubbard, he tried. I mean, he had both hands on the ball, but it was just they got him. He was in a
Other unexpected-
stretched out position.
What about the Kansas City deal? The bad snap. That
And we literally talked about this, like 2 weeks ago? We were talking about pre-snap penalties, and I'm like, why is he an illegal shift or illegal formation, not a pre-snap penalty? Because technically, It happens before the snap, but they can't call the penalty until the snap. So it should be as soon as the play is snapped. If it's an illegal formation, it should be blown dead. You get the penalty. You have to back up, just like a false start.
But I mean, I've seen it where, they've had illegal formation and a play's happen. Like they've let a play go, and then they're like illegal formation. Literally happened with
The Nico Collins touchdown.
Nico Collins.
His first game back.
Gets himself a nice.
That was when he took that
80-yarder.
screen to the house.
Took screen to the house, and they're like, "Oh no, sorry, illegal formation."
Oh, Donnie was.
Joe Mixon and Tank Dell were like, "Hey, should we both move at the same time?" Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
That was his first game back, and every time he wasn't on the field, Donnie's like, "Where the fuck is Nico Collins?"
Oh my god. They're
I'm
like,
like-
"Hey, first and second down, let's put Xavier Hutchinson in." Like,
I'm like,
who the
Donnie, your
fuck
6-month-old
are
is
you?
trying to go to sleep right now. He's like, I don't fucking care.
He's a person.
She's 8 or 9 at that time.
No, this was like a month ago.
No way, a month ago.
Yeah, when Nico Collins came back, it was at least a month ago. It was before our golf trip.
Oh, shit.
And that was 3 weeks ago now. 2 weeks ago now.
Thanksgiving, man. Like the week after.
Before. It was a week
We're
before
not even at
Thanksgiving.
2 weeks. We're not even at 2 weeks from that.
We're almost a week from Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, so we're almost.
I said 2
We're
weeks.
almost 2 weeks. You said a month.
I said it's almost 3 weeks.
I'll check. How about
weeks.
that?
Like 3 years.
Oh, but I was shitting bricks, man. I was like,
3.5.
mother.
I'm like, bro, he came back from a hamstring injury. I'm like, those are tough. I'm like, they're trying to ease him back into it. He just ran 80 yards and got called back. He needs a breather. I'm like, his conditioning's not been up to par because he can't run.
11, 12. 3 weeks. So this happened 3
The week
weeks
before
ago.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, but he was at 7.4. Was it versus Dallas? Probably. I don't know. Either way, I was pissed.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was Dallas.
Oh, look at Koshin with this shit.
What?
Offered me a trade. James Conner and I received Brian Robinson Jr.
What's Washington's schedule look like?
Way better.
Why does he want James Conner so bad?
I don't know, because he wants to win. They got Seattle and then New England and then Carolina week 16 and Rams week 17. So
Who does James Conner play?
That's who James Conner.
Oh, that's who James Conner
Yeah.
plays. Who does Brian Robinson play?
Dude,
That's what I
I
was
think
asking.
he has the bye this week. That's probably why he's
That's
trading.
why, because he needs a running back.
And then he's got New Orleans, which I'll have the bye for there. So Philly in week 16, which definitely can't do that. And then the championship round is Atlanta.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
He's trying hard.
Sorry, Josh.
He's the one who traded his keeper away because he was like, I'm making a playoff push, and now he might
You know what
not
I'll do?
make
You know what I'll
the
do?
playoffs.
You know what I'll do? I'm gonna re-propose a trade and I'm sending his ass Kareem Hunt. See how you feel about that?
Donnie, apparently everybody was
Oh man.
blasting him because he said Kareem Hunt trades to everybody in the league.
I
Like
was.
every single person, because like I was like, who'd you send it to? And he's like, bro, I sent a lot.
I threw it out to everybody.
He threw it to
everybody.
everybody.
To be fair, everyone that needed a keeper.
I'm like, bro, he was trying to push the keeper. I'm like, Kareem Hunt's probably not going to be on the team next year. I'm like, you're trying to push him as a keeper. He's like, no, I'll keep him. And I'm like, they might not even keep him the rest of this year.
Here we go. I'm gonna trade, and then I will give you.
Did he just send that trade? Like, how long
Did.
ago?
I don't know. I didn't see the time. I just.
Because if he's still online, that'd be funny.
I'm gonna go Kareem Hunt and
Who's his best running back?
who's his best running back? Josh Jacobs, who I already traded.
Oh, that's right. You did trade Josh
He
Jacobs.
wanted Kareem Hunt, so I'm gonna send his ass Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is actually better, 86 and an 85 average. So we'll see how he deals with that. You're welcome, buddy.
For Brian Robinson.
Yeah, Brian Robinson.
You're welcome, man.
Hunt's, he's gonna get 8.2. I mean, that's solid.
He got, what, like 3 points this past week?
He got 2.5 actually.
Yeah. He didn't do shit.
I mean, he only got 7 carries.
Yeah. Because he's going to not be on the team by the time playoffs come. They might keep him around just in
They're gonna
case.
keep him.
But at the end of the season, they're going to be like, all right, we don't need you anymore.
We'll see. Maybe he takes the bait. Maybe.
He takes it, maybe.
I'm saying you lost your keeper. You need a good keeper. That's your keeper right there.
Pushing
Bing,
Hunt-
bang, bada,
he keeps
boom.
pushing Hunt as a keeper, and I'm like, he's probably not going to be on the
Y'all
team
laugh,
next year.
and then he's gonna transfer over to like Vegas or something, and they're gonna have Shador Sanders, Kareem Hunt in the backfield, Jacoby Myers, and whoever the hell else they grabbed free. Hunter Renfro's coming back, and bam! Then it's just gonna be a stockpile. And then I may have to hold on to him
And
instead
then
of
you'll have
Chubb.
Bowers,
I'm probably not
and
going
you'll have
to.
Bowers and Meyer tight end.
That's a winning offense. That's an AFC West winning offense right there, in my eyes.
Speaking of like with
The rest of the AFC East, and the rest of the division exists.
with running into Coach Jones, James Jones, JJ's expected to go to the draft this year. I told you, what was it, 5th round is what they were expecting him?
Day 3 pick.
Yeah, so if he goes to one of y'all's teams, you gonna buy his jersey?
That's a toughie. Because they had coached him.
We coached, ref, known him since he was yay tall.
Yeah, seriously, he's as tall as that table.
Yeah, he was tiny.
Now he's 6.
I remember when Coach Jones was like, yeah, my son's on this team, and I'm like, we just turned, and I'm like, I don't think I have to guess which one he is. He's the guy that's literally running in circles around everybody,
Yeah.
and then scores the touchdown.
Exactly.
I'm like, and then we didn't see him for like 10 years, and then we run into him again, and he's like 6'3", however tall he is now, 6'2".
Yeah, he's just tall as
I'm
well.
like, bro, what happened to you?
But he could jump a lot higher.
Everybody can jump a lot higher than you.
I'm just saying.
I think my niece can jump higher
Not
than
a
you.
turtle. Hop that motherfucker like Mario. But yeah, he'll be. To be honest, if he's lucky, he'll get invited to the combine.
He could improve his status if he puts up.
Or
a
if
good
he gets,
showing.
I mean, he's a graduate student, so I don't know if he gets to go to the Senior Bowl or not. I don't know if they get to. So if he's able to go to the Senior Bowl, showcase there, able to get the combine, showcase there, because you definitely want to go.
Because he had a decent season this year, even though North Carolina didn't have.
Yeah, I mean he'll have
year.
a pro day, but still, like in UNC's pro day, they only got a couple guys you really.
Yeah, there's really not a lot coming out of there
Hampton,
this
the
year.
running back, and so
it just sucks for him that the quarterbacks that have came out of there came out just before he did. Like one of them would have been there this year, that would have really
He
helped.
played with Drake May.
No, that's what I'm saying. But the
And
year
Sam
he's
Howell.
coming out, the quarterbacks are already there. Like if he'd have came out and had a pro day with Drake May, throwing to him.
I mean, they'll bring an arm in.
Because
for
who's
him.
their quarterback this year?
Good question.
Like, I have no idea. Like they didn't have a great year this
Couldn't
year.
guess. No,
Because did
that's
they
why-
even finish 500?
That's why Mac Brown ain't there. No, I think they didn't make a bowl game.
Yeah, so it's like, but he did all right. Like I saw a lot of his highlights and stuff. Like he still played decent.
He's a 50-50
He got in
ball
the end
winner.
zone a
Yeah,
couple
that's
times.
his deal. He's like a 50-50 ball winner and all that jazz. So, like I said, if he can go to the combine and improve on that, like that's what helped Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He went in and ran under 4.6. Wasn't 4.59, but still 4.6. Still under sub 4.6, which helps for a white man.
I did it once. It's the only time I ever did it.
Yep. Oh, the combine.
No, not combine.
But yeah,
4.56 was my
if he
fix.
goes there with his size, I'd see day 3 pick, maybe someone with a compensatory in the 4th, just like, yeah, let's bring him in.
Maybe in the offseason, Coach Jones said he would try to hook him up with us so we can talk to him. That'd be good to go through the pre-draft thing with him,
Yeah.
see how he's preparing for it and stuff. Because they said Coach Jones said that he has a guy that's working with him, like not quite like an agent, but somebody that's helping him get ready, telling him the stuff to do, what to expect. I was like, that'd be a good insider for someone who's going like mid-round and trying to bump up their draft status, like what all he's doing in the offseason.
I mean, you're probably just, it's like what Tony Manders should. You focus on the drills.
Yeah.
Or that dude from Boston College, that white guy, he ended up getting drafted like 2nd round. He fell out after. But he basically just studied whatever he needed to for the combine and just
Dominated the
worked that.
combine.
He's like, let me hit the vert, work on my vert, bench press, work on my bench press, 40.
Pretty much focus on the stuff that
Cone
people
drill.
thought that he wasn't going to be good at.
It's just stuff where, no, it's like, oh,
Because you know
he's
you're gonna be good at
really
certain
good at
things.
The
this.
only measurables they tested
Yeah.
the combine,
Yeah.
like, is what he trained to do for months at a time.
But like if you
and
say you have a guy coming out of
Finished
college and they're
top 5
like,
in
he's
the
fast, he can catch, but he doesn't have that like go get the ball ability. So obviously you're going to work on trying to get your vert up. It's like, well, let me show you that I can actually get up there and go get it. Or they're like, he's not good side to side, like his breaking out of his routes. It's like, okay, let me work on my lateral movements.
I think it's more like, it's like when you're a great test taker, but you don't know fucking shit. You know, like when it comes to a test, somehow when it's A B C D, you're able to guess or it just falls into form. But if I like ask you, like off the cuff, the answer for something, you're just like, oh, I don't know. That's what it's like. You're studying the combine's a test, and you're wanting to pass the test with flying colors. and then it just leaves your brain right after. You're just like, oh, that's fine, okay. Because no one cares about your fucking shuttle when you're, you know,
Yeah, when you're
when you're
playing.
already signed.
Does anybody know what Mike Evans' shuttle was? I don't.
No, I don't.
I don't even know what the
Fucker
40
still
was.
catches. So I think it's slow.
Probably could have been.
Slowish. I mean, he's 6'5", he's a big body. But I mean, yeah, I'll be happy for him. I'll definitely be, well, you know, I'll be looking at the ticker, not in round 1. Maybe at the end of day 2, I'll be like, let's just see where he's at, see if he's up on that best available.
The best
list.
available board, yeah.
Yeah, so that's always, you know, fun to see, you know, when it's a local kid, especially one that we know. We only have a few of those. So it's exciting, but yeah, I mean, he has to do really well at the combine to really bump,
To bump
his
himself
stock.
up, yeah.
If not,
And he's only going from day 3 to day 2.
if that. But personally, if not, he'll probably hover closer to around, just because the season wasn't that great, probably 6th round.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest, you know, that's just how it is. Like, he's not 6'5". He's 6, I think when I actually looked it up, like the other day, 6'2.5".
Yeah.
On the website. And, you know, they give you, like, an extra half inch to an inch. Like Clemson had Hunter at, like, 5'11 and a half. And I was like, not on your fucking life. not even if he was standing on my feet. So, I mean, so maybe it's like 6'2". So if he runs an impressive 40, decent cone drill, does the gauntlet well, that's if he gets somebody to the combine, then yeah, it could be like a Puka Nakua situation.
That's
where
literally
you
what I was
come out of
thinking. He could be
nowhere.
like a Puka Nakua situation where it's like a guy that no one really watched in college, but they did all right.
Well, it's like you didn't.
He falls in the right
You
offense.
didn't get used well enough.
Yeah.
And then you're like, suddenly you get put. Yeah, you got to go to the.
It's
Right
what, he was a
team.
BYU guy, right?
Yeah, BYU.
It's like, who was his quarterback there? Like, I don't remember who the quarterback was.
Zach Wilson, baby.
Zach Wilson, probably.
He was.
Yeah, but not his senior year.
No, not his senior year. No.
Yeah. So it's like,
Whoever's there now.
probably. I have no idea. So it's like, both of them played for quarterbacks that got drafted.
I didn't know
so.
that son of a bitch had a brother.
Who, Puka?
No, Zach Wilson.
Oh.
He was the starting quarterback for fuck, I can't remember. Some college he popped in. Like he was like started for like 3 games or something. It was like a decent game. I'll have to look it up, but
All he's got to do is put a video of him rolling out to the left and throwing back to the right, and he's going to get drafted.
yeah, maybe. It's like no wrong. But again, I'm excited for it and we'll see. But we're getting to the crunch time of playoff teams. Congrats on being in the hunt.
We're in the hunt.
You're there.
They're in the spot. We're in the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're resting easy.
We almost lost. We almost didn't get.
We
in the
almost
spot
did.
because
Whew, you were making me sweat that defense. Till it got them pick sixes. Then suddenly it's like, hold up, wait a minute.
We just lost Jerry Judy. We're just like, no, that guy plays for us. It's fine. It's like he doesn't. You can cover him. It's like, yeah, we can just let him go. It's fine.
Now,
We forgot how fast he
235
was.
yards.
It's like, were you this fast in Denver? No, not really.
They just let him go. There were several plays where it was just like, is anybody gonna follow him? Like,
Yeah, and one of
nah,
them,
he's fine.
the commentators literally, like, I said it, and then 10 seconds later, the commentator literally repeated what I said out loud in the living room. Like, when he caught the one, and I'm like, there's no one around for 20 fucking yards. What are y'all doing? And then he just, like, runs down the left sideline. It's like when he turned in the pocket, and there was, like, a corner 10 yards this way. And the other one was 10 yards behind him, and he catches it and turns and runs upfield. And then, I don't remember who the commentators were last night, but after they showed the replay, they're like, yeah, there wasn't a corner for 20 yards. And I'm like, motherfucker, are you
Troy
listening to
Aikman
me?
and Joe Buck.
It wasn't.
No, I couldn't remember who it was.
It wasn't Collinsworth because he would have said something about
Patrick Mahomes. Well, they did in one of the games over this weekend. I can't remember which game it was, but they were like,
They're the Sunday night crew, so it's the Josh Allen game.
no, I feel like there was another. No, it wasn't them.
It was.
But I'm
that
saying there
play,
was.
they're like,
they
aren't
had-
we always seeing Travis Kelce?
They
do
had-
No, there was
Yeah.
another game where the commentators were talking about Patrick Mahomes and them always winning. It wasn't Chris Collinsworth, and I'm like, God, is it fucking everybody start talking about this now? Like,
He's-
they're barely winning. Stop talking about
he's
it.
the Tom, but they are winning.
Collinsworth.
They
is
are winning.
Like,
You don't know
barely-
how they're doing it, but they're
No, we
winning.
know how they're doing it.
Well, yeah, well, like it was funny. I was like looking at my scores for like fantasy, and I'm like, man, I've had like 3-point wins, 2-point wins, like barely, and I'm just like,
You're the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm the fucking Chiefs right now.
Like,
I'm
come playoff time.
I'm barely squeaking by. Something happens.
Because like, you have to play. Like, if I beat Blanton this week, you might have to play Blanton, and he's one of the higher scores. Like, Blanton puts up points. He'll put up 80 one week.
Well, right now I'm number 1 seed, so I get the bye. So I
Yeah.
play the winner of whoever would be that.
As of right now.
Playing nobody right now.
If you lose and Lane goes off and you put up a shit game, you could lose that number
I
1
definitely
seed.
could. I got no Nico, no Jonathan Taylor, but
And he's only got a 6-point lead. And Donnie did put up 70 like 3 weeks ago.
when I versus Lane, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and Lane could easily put up 140.
But that's when Jonathan Taylor put up 3.5, and I don't have him this week, so I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
And then the 1 week that you put up 70, you played Travers because he put up 50 and you won somehow. I'm
I think I put up 90 versus Lane. Like, it wasn't
yeah,
that great.
but I'm like, the 1 week Donnie puts up 70 and we expect him to lose. He plays the worst team in the league and he only puts up 50. I'm like, it's a good thing you had your shit week against the team that. He was like, he's like, where's my
Get
cake?
out of the way
The week before, he's
That's
like,
Kansas City, buddy.
yeah.
Hey.
He's like, where's my cakewalk win? He's like, I need to play Travers. He's like, oh, I play him next week. And then the whole week, like, he's talking about fantasy. He's like, man, my team's really not playing. I'm like, Travers isn't either, though. Like, his guys literally, I don't think he had a single person break double digits.
2. My fucking quarterback.
And your kicker, I think.
No, Devontae Adams squeaked in with 10.
Oh, yeah, with 10 point something, yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
I was like, we did mine, though. We looked, and I've had 3 games where I didn't break 100, but 2 of them, you added them together, and it still barely got 100. It was like both barely over 50.
Well,
But then after that,
yeah, that other game where you just squeaked over 100. I think you
yeah,
had like 100.
like 101. But then I've had
Yeah.
quite a few weeks where I've went for 140, 160, 150. So I'm like, that's how I got up to being top 3. Because the start of the week, or the start of the year, it was terrible. Like, I was about to chalk it up and be like,
Well,
we're going to finish dead last again.
Let's see, did he? No, he didn't accept it. Coach, what's up, bro? You not cream
Keep sending it
Monday?
to him. Keep sending it to him.
I'll just keep
Just
I'll-
keep sending it.
I-
So by accident, he hits accept instead of
No,
decline.
you ain't gotta do that.
That
what
shit
I-
would
what
be
I
so
wanted,
funny.
I just want to keep sending it.
That happened one year in one of my fantasy leagues. Someone dropped Christian McCaffrey by mistake. Oh, it was the one where you could just add him willy-nilly. And as soon as I saw someone dropped him, I picked him up, and they're like, I didn't mean to. And I'm like,
Sucks.
sucks to be you, bro.
Sucks to be you.
He's like, oh, well, I don't like, well, watch your thumb next time.
I'm gonna propose it to Casey.
Who are you trying to get from Casey?
Gibbs.
Oh, he's not going to fucking
It's fucking useless now.
Yeah, because it's not the playoffs.
It's
and
not
you
the
can't keep him.
playoffs. Yeah, keep Kareem Hunt, man. And I'm gonna trade him Jordan Addison. I'm being nice about it.
Man.
Yeah, I'm being a team player here.
Casey's he's gonna decline it as soon as he sees it.
I messaged him because I've been, like I said, I've been trying for a couple of weeks, and he's just like, it's like it leaves a bad taste in my mouth trading Gibbs for Kareem Hunt and Jordan Addison. I'm like, I mean, if you want to, I mean, I'm just saying. But you guys are all for fucking St. Brown, fucking JSN. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I know. And that just fell in Josh's lap because Josh had no idea. He just because same day that I logged in and saw Brees Hall for Bucky Irving, I'm like, if it would have been 6 weeks prior before Bucky got on this little tear that he's been playing well,
Yeah.
I probably would have made that trade.
Well, my thing is, like,
But since then, I'm like, Bucky's been going for like 18 a game. Why
and
would I
my
trade him?
thing is, like, you know, Casey, like, his game doesn't matter.
Well,
It
yeah, he's not in
doesn't.
the playoffs.
Yeah, well, and he's not playing anyone that's fighting for a playoff spot. So it's
Who's he
like,
play?
I mean, he's playing in his division, and his division's all eliminated except for Adam.
Yeah, literally Adam, the only person that's not getting in.
Yeah. I don't even think he versus Adam, too. Let me see. Never mind. He does verse Adam.
But Adam's already got a spot.
Yeah, but Adam would drop to 9-4-1, which I don't even think improves his league standing. No, because Brian's 9-4. I'm 10-3. Yeah, the only, and he's not going to get points. So 9-4-1 to 9-5. I mean, it's possible Adam could jump in the bye if somehow Brian loses to Jonah.
To Jonah.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if Adam somehow pulls off and wins,
To get a bye week, that'd be really impressive.
or wins the league, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm like, how the hell do you score the least amount of points in the league and still win?
He didn't score the least. Travers scored the least.
But close. He's close. He's in
No,
the
it's
bottom.
not. It's not close.
Doesn't
Travers
matter
at,
because
like,
everybody
just
else doesn't show up
1200.
against you.
That was the same way last year. I don't know how he did it, but
Yeah, I was in his division last year. And I scored more points than him, but he won the league. Because every week that I had one of my
he
shit
didn't win
weeks.
the league.
No, he didn't win the league. He won our,
He won the
our
division.
division.
He knows how to win a division.
He really does. It was like last year, my team sucked. I was like third to last. Like I wasn't last, but I was close.
Yeah.
And every time that I played Adam,
It's like
It was like
the
95
NFC
to
South. You don't know who's
97.
gonna win,
But someone's got
It's gonna
to.
be someone shitty.
yeah. That's why he's got 9 wins. Because
Why not us?
you play your division people twice, right?
Yeah, you play your division.
Yeah, and hit the rest
so
of
if
the
you're
people
in
in
a
his division.
soft division, that's a fuck. Those are free games.
Yeah, my division
You got to
is
play
not.
Travers twice.
No, we had to play Josh? Is it ours? The other Josh.
Who did? You got to play Josh too. You got to play Josh, Casey, who didn't have CMC.
No, I'm
all
talking
year.
about in our division.
Oh, your
Because
division.
we have the top 3 scores. So me, Blanton, and Brian are playing each other. It's a score fest. But then we do have one freebie game because he's at the bottom.
But he can put up points.
But he can. He has randomly put up points, but he more often than not scores below 100. But then randomly he'll just be like, "I'm gonna put 150 on you this week."
Yeah, he did.
Because he did that. He did that to somebody who thought they were gonna have a cakewalk game, and
I think it was Lane.
he lost.
It was Lane. Yeah, I needed Lane to lose that week.
And the guy put up 150.
He put up 156, and I was just like, "You beautiful bastard!" That
Yeah.
gave me that gave me the bump on Lane, and then I versed him next week for the win. So I was just like, money.
Yeah, because he was 2 games back from Lane, and then he
Lane-
lost, and then
I
beat him
lost,
head to
I
head.
lost to Lane, and then I lost to him because fucking Joe Burrow played Baltimore, which at that point
Yeah.
just give Jamar Chase 50.
And that was the first time. That was the first time. Because the second time I played Corbin. And I'm like, why couldn't it have been somebody where the game mattered? Because Corbin wasn't in the playoffs. Yeah, I think he was already eliminated too. And I'm like, why couldn't it have been against
that's a good one. I'm gonna
why couldn't it have been
get
against
on
Brian?
Corbin too. I'm gonna trade Kareem Hunt for Derrick Henry. Why not, man? Who fuck cares?
They're gonna be like,
right?
bro, didn't you just put this trade in last week?
I don't think
As soon as we were talking about the Amon-Ra St. Brown, they were like, at least he wasn't trying to trade Kareem Hunt. And I'm like, I was like, damn, Donnie, everybody started chiming in. I'm like, everybody started chiming in and badmouthing. I'm like, I was with Donnie too, I think, and I was like, damn, Donnie, how many people did you offer this trade to? It's like you gave everybody an STD or tried to. Everybody's like, no, Donnie, we don't want it. Donnie just kept sending it. He didn't send it to me because he knew I'd call him and be like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't want Kareem
I'm not
Hunt.
an idiot.
I was the only person he didn't send it to because I was like, I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't send it to Lane because Lane doesn't trade. I didn't send it to Koshin
Because you'd already traded with Coach.
I already traded with Koshin, and I didn't send it to Corbin because I tried for. He only had Or no, I actually did. I sent it for Chase Brown though. Didn't want to give me Chase Brown. And then I sent it to Casey.
Probably because that's going to be his keeper.
I sent it to Josh for Kenneth Walker, and I sent it to Travers for Chuba Hubbard. Didn't send it to Brian because he's up in the league. Sent it to Blanton for Montgomery, and I sent it to Jonah for. I think I was trying to get. He didn't really have anything good. I think I did send it for like Brees Hall.
See, now I would have taken
Not a single fucker bit.
If I had an IR slot,
Or was it Amon-Ra you sent it for?
No, I didn't send it for Amon. I tried Amon-Ra like a few weeks prior, and he was just like.
If I would have had an IR spot, I would have put somebody on my bench on the IR spot,
Mhm.
and then found the most obscure person still on the free agent board, and then offered it to him for Kareem Hunt. And he would be like, "Yeah, somebody's offered," and then just hit accept without even looking at it. He'd be like,
No, I
Did
look.
I just get T-boned?
I look. I'm not just
Tom
throwing
Brady,
it
because
out
he's
there.
still there somewhere, I think. He was on the draft boards. Tom Brady was still
Yeah,
hanging
no,
out.
I'm not just like throwing it out there, but it's like, I mean, you're eliminated, and I was giving it to people that didn't have any good keepers, and I'm like, dude, why not
He
take it?
pushed the keeper card
Why
hard
not
on
take this
everybody.
one?
Dude, you could get Kareem Hunt, who will probably be on a team next year in the last round, a fucking throwaway
Who
pick.
will probably be on a team.
Fucking throwaway pick for the most part. Rarely is it like a keep pick. So why not do it?
Oh, I should try trading Jawan Jennings.
He'll have a random 3-touchdown game. Just one.
Well, the way it's looking,
He'll have-
he could be the number 2 next
I
year.
mean, maybe trade him to Koshin. He doesn't have any keepers. But I mean, I don't think he's going to trade you with.
Because he's got playoff spots. Yeah, he's fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Trade him for Kareem Hunt.
I need to trade somebody who doesn't who's not in the playoffs and needs a solid keeper. Maybe Corbin.
Trade him for Kareem Hunt.
Corbin's probably going to keep Chase Brown though.
Yeah, he's hurting right now just because he doesn't have Brian Robinson and he has to pick up a kicker because he's maybe going to average like 114.
Who's his backup running back? Does he have one?
Gus Edwards versus Kansas City, the number 1 rush defense for fantasy.
Yeah, and that's going to be a game where they're going to throw the ball because they're most likely going to be down.
Oh, he doesn't have really any favorable matchups. Like, it's not great.
And Lane, I think, does have some pretty good matchups.
Yeah, let's. I mean, someone's gotta think about it, right?
Someone's
Yeah, come on. What do you got to lose?
A solid starter.
For what? You're eliminated. Case is eliminated. Corbin's eliminated.
They don't want to gift you a person for the playoffs.
Well, to be fair,
now if you send them a message like, "I'll throw you $20,"
no, you can't do that. That's collusion.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's buying. That's disgracing the league.
That's cool.
If you just want to make a piss poor trade, that's on you. Although I don't think it's piss poor. Kareem's gonna be a great keeper. I can't stress that enough, man. You're gonna get him in the last round. Probably gonna start Vegas, Giants, a lot of Dallas. A lot of teams need running backs, and the running back draft class is exactly.
Should we make a
sweeping
bet
thing.
right now that he's not going to be on a team next year?
I'll make that bet. 1,000%.
What do you think, Cody?
Tom Brady is rostered on 1.2%.
Probably some
Oh,
Patriot fans,
ESPN
hardcore
leagues.
Patriot fans. What do you think, Cody? Do you think he's going to be on a team next year?
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah.
I think he ends up on a practice.
No
Yeah.
way he ends up on a practice.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Yeah, and I don't count practice squad as being. It's got to be on the man.
He'll be
53-man
on a
roster.
roster. I'm guaranteeing a roster, but I'm almost certainly guaranteeing a starting running back spot. Depending on.
I'll definitely take that bet.
Yeah, I bet you would. Unfortunately, you're gonna lose it because he's gonna start. And you got a chance for a great keeper over here. Trade you Bucky Irving.
Fuck no.
Simple and easy. Question: if you get eliminated, you want to trade Bucky Irving?
Hell no. That's my keeper for sure. I'm gonna have a
What do you
Casey
mean?
situation
You can get Kareem Hunt in the last round. I can't stress this enough. The last round.
where I get Bucky in like the 12th.
Yeah, 12 to 16, man. You know what you can get at 12? I don't know. I can look it up.
Bucky Irving at 12 next year is a steal.
Let's see who got drafted in the 12th. I'm curious.
I'm pretty sure I got him in the 12th.
You got
I'll get him in the
you got him in the 12th, which means you're getting him in the 11th next year.
Yeah, I guarantee you his draft
Bro,
draft boards, he's gonna
you
be
could snag
third round.
Taysom
at
Hill,
least.
amazing. Jacoby Myers, like I did, godsend. Justin Herbert, yeah. Zach Charbonnet,
You're really whistling up my dress.
Curtis Samuel. You pulled that card. Did not work out.
It did not.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
They used him a lot in preseason though.
Xavier Legette. I mean, that's starting wide receiver right there. That you get in the 11th.
For the Carolina fucking Panthers.
Hey, they're doing all right. They're not winning, but they are doing okay.
They're not winning, but they're doing okay.
They're not winning.
If you're not winning, you're not doing okay.
They're not winning. but
I'm just
they're-
saying, like, look at all these last rounders, which I don't count Blanton's because he kept Trey McBride, who we snagged. Now, Jonnu Smith, I have him, so he could definitely stay as a keeper, maybe, depending on how it goes. And then Sam Laporta doesn't count because he got kept. Coaching kept Tajay Spear. That's terrible.
Brian kept Puka.
Yeah, he had Puka. So, and then the rest you got kicker, Mikal Corley, who literally threw the ball away in the end zone. You kept Tank Dell. That hasn't worked out great. Kicker,
He helped me out in like the 2 games I needed him.
Madison, Panthers defense. So you're literally gonna.
Someone drafted the Panthers defense?
Yeah, it's fucking Travis. Remember, he wasn't there, so they just kind of
Oh, yeah,
said give him the
that's right.
Panthers
I
defense.
just said give him the.
So yeah, I'm literally gifting you the opportunity
Give him Mike
to get
Van
yourself a
Dyke.
starting running back in the last round for a guy that doesn't even
What do you
have
want to place on this
anymore.
bet that he's not going to be a starting running back next year? What are you willing to bet?
Now see, starting's like
You said starting.
I did say starting, but you said on a roster.
I-
So that's where it gets a little complicated. I don't know. Casey.
I bet that he won't even be number 2. He'll be 3rd or worse
Ooh,
on
third
depth
or
chart.
worst on a running back depth chart.
Yep.
All right, I'll bet it. We will bet.
$20.
10. Nice Hamilton, bro. He's got a good
All
plan.
right, well, $10. We'll-
There you go. $10. It's on camera.
we got it. Cody's here. He
Yeah.
witnessed
Yep.
it.
Witnesses.
Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
He's going to be 3rd or worst
Yep.
on a depth chart. Or not on the depth chart, which would also fall.
No, I need Casey to look at this damn thing because Gibbs plays tomorrow or 2 days, so I kind of need him to take a peek and let me know ASAP.
You're not getting Gibbs.
For what? He ain't gonna do anything. It's over. He's not. You're not keep.
I'm going to look to see who I could trade Juwan Jennings to. I wonder.
Fucking nobody. But
I mean, because I got him free agent, so he'd be a last round pick.
for Kareem Hunt.
You know, people don't like left round fucking picks. So, yeah. Apparently, left round fucking picks are stupid, Cody.
If you had the option to keep Kareem Hunt or Juwan Jennings, who you
Who
keeping?
you keeping, bro? Brandon Ayuk comes back. Debo's still signed,
I'm not keeping any of them.
but gun to your head.
And I have to keep one of them?
You gotta keep one of them.
Fuck, league y'all are running.
Huh?
I keep one of them.
Yeah, you gotta keep one.
I keep Juwan Jennings for his random, like, I might have a 3 touchdown game.
I mean, Kareem Hunt was going off, bro.
Yeah, but he might just kick a woman at any point in time. 'Cause
That's
he's done
old
it before.
him. That's old
He's
him.
done it before.
I'm just saying, man. Someone's gonna pull the trigger, or they're just gonna keep making fun of me in the group chat. Regardless, I'm still trying till someone makes it happen.
It's like, I'm swinging.
Yep, I'll keep swinging, man. And then,
Just a swinging.
yeah,
I think that's what got Kareem Hunt in trouble the first time.
I should send it to Lane just for fun. Hey, I'm thinking Bijan, fucking Kareem Hunt, and Jordan Addison. I'm not a monster, all right? I'm going to give you a nice second wide receiver who may or may not produce points, depending on how you play.
God, Casey's team is hot garbage too.
Except for Gibbs.
Except for Gibbs.
Except
His
for
other running
Gibbs.
backs,
Pass
he's got Tank Bigsby and Ray Davis for Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying.
Ray
Get yourself some
Davis.
Kareem Hunt.
And his wide receivers, he's got Coker for Carolina and Valley Scanling.
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you
He
Jordan
does have
Addison.
Zay Flowers though on bye.
I'm just saying, I'm giving you Jordan Addison and Kareem Hunt off for Jameer Gibbs. You add those two scores up together, that's more than Jameer Gibbs. Easily.
And Travers has got just Chubba Hubbard.
I mean, we're talking about a back that splits carries in the backfield. You know, running back by committee, you're getting a solo starter with Kareem Hunt in the last round. Like, I almost don't want to give you the deal. I almost don't. You know?
That splits carries in the backfield.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Catch the ball on the football field.
That's a lot. He's preoccupied. But other than that, you know, it's going to be a good year, and we're hitting the good games coming up. Denver surprising. I love that. Although I did call that at the beginning of the year. I was like, I feel like you guys can make a push because I liked Bo Nix. You did not. You hated Bo Nix.
Still don't like Bo Nix.
Why not?
I don't feel like he gets better. Like, it's the player that he was at Oregon. Still. Like, we're in his peak.
Oregon was winning games.
Yeah, but being a 7-5, 8-5 team, like, we could be that, sure.
I mean, all you got to do is get to the show.
Oh, we just get to the show.
And then, you know what? Everyone's record's the same after that.
Yeah, but we gotta get past Kansas City, which we will not.
I mean, you guys play them tough all the time. And you're one blocked field goal away from passing them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think you can do it. Sean Payton thinks he can do it.
Sean Payton also just let Jerry Jeudy get almost 300 yards.
Well, that's Van Joseph. And there's a reason they fired his ass so many years ago. So, really think about it. But, you send a trade? Who'd you send a trade to?
I said 2 people.
I went toe to
Ooh, am I
toe.
one of them?
No.
No, that's
Toe to
who'd you
toe
send it
with
to? I'm
Greens.
just curious. I'm like, I'm gonna outbid you.
Josh, the other Josh, and Jonah. Is it Jonah?
He's got Jackson Smith and Jimmy. He doesn't need your
No,
Juwan
no, no,
Jennings.
what
He
Jonah?
Doesn't need your fucking Juwan
I sent it for-
Jennings.
Doesn't need your
Chubba.
Jennings.
Oh,
and then-
Travers.
And Tony Pollard.
Travers doesn't even fucking care.
Travers won't even.
He'll literally just be like, oh, no.
And I sent it for Tony
He
Pollard.
won't look at it till
Tony
next year.
Pollard?
Decent running back.
I mean, yeah.
Not asking too much.
No, I don't think
He's
you are.
not.
That's decent.
It's a decent trade. And really,
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings is going to be on my bench because I'll be starting 3 running backs, and I'll have Jamar Chase and Jaden Reed starting.
Exactly. No, that's reasonable.
And before Bucky really took off, Juwan Jennings was probably going to be my keeper because he was the best option I had as being a last round pick and stepping up and being the number 2 wide receiver. Like, he gets a lot of targets. So I'm
Yeah.
like, he'd be solid for next year. Like, I'll have that flex option as my last round pick.
Yeah.
Did he send you a message?
Now I'm just trading Kareem Hunt for Tony Pollard.
You forgot it.
We'll see what happens, bro. We're gonna see what happens, man. I'm sending it to everybody. I'm not even trying to trade myself. Be like, hey, let me propose a trade real quick.
Would I take Kareem Hunt? I might take Kareem Hunt.
Dude,
Donnie and Kareem Hunt's like herpes
I'm
in the group
literally
chat
going. I'm literally,
tonight.
dude, I'm literally just gonna start trade. I'm going with everybody. I'm gonna go Lane for. I think he'll do Kyron Williams.
I was gonna say Kyron Williams, dude.
I'll
Fuck
do
Kyron
Kyron
Williams.
Williams.
He'll be the first one to go in the group chat and be like, "Fuck you, Donnie."
Nah, he won't do that. He won't care because I know he ain't gonna do it.
Speaking of like on our golf trip where I took Blanton's spot in the golf thing, I think I was telling you like we ended up. The reason why they didn't change us around because I'm more of a C golfer, where Blanton was a D golfer. Day one, I was on Lane's team, who helped put this together. And day two, I was on the other guy's team, who was the head guy to put it together. So they were like, that's what Lane said when he told him. And he was like, well, we're not going to change it because he's on your team on Friday and my team on Saturday, so maybe he can win us some money. We won first place both those days. So I got $100 both those days. And then Sunday, we finished tied for third. They birdied the handicap hole. We
traded
or whatever.
Casey.
So they ended up getting, what'd you get, $20 at for
I
Sunday?
got 25 the first.
25. Yeah. So I was like, first day I won $100 and I'm like, you guys are just giving me pocket money. I don't have to spend my own money while I'm here.
I found $100.
On the cruise?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
It was snorkeling and it was just on the shore.
On the bottom. I gotta make sure. Kareem Hunt. Yeah, okay, so we're good. So
How many
Yeah.
trades are pending right
I
now?
got 6 pending right now.
All with Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
Oh, what? It would be so funny if 2 hit except at the same time.
That's perfectly fine.
It'd be like, here.
I look forward to
I
it.
traded Kareem Hunt twice. It'd be like that time you sold that Gatorade like 5 times at football camp.
I did sell it 5 times.
Because they were like, just keep it in your
And
cooler,
then,
Donnie.
and then finally someone actually took it off my hands.
And then they came back looking for it. They were like,
And they're like, I had to play it off like, those motherfuckers, who went in my cooler? and stole the Gatorade that I was saving for somebody.
It'd been funnier if you sold the same Gatorade to the same person twice.
Nah, I'm not that good.
Yeah, you could have done it.
We had some dumb people on our
We
team.
did.
So they could have easily have forgotten. I mean, you're telling me Jeremy wouldn't have forgot?
I'm not gonna bother sending you a trade.
Yeah.
Since you're on it.
Yeah.
You're in on it, so.
I'm just waiting for the group chat tonight to blow up with everybody screenshotting Donnie's trades for Kareem.
1000%, man.
Or you're like, Kareem Hunt trades is like getting a dick pic from Donnie. Like, what is this shit? Kareem Hunt. You adding in the comment section? Keeper, bro. You sending that message along with the trade?
No, I'm not. I'm just throwing it out there.
Trying to get some feelers.
Yeah.
If you traded one of the other running backs, you probably get some friction. You might be able to upgrade one.
Probably would. But, so, alright, so 9 people. Who haven't I done? I didn't do you. I can't do me.
There's one more person.
Oh, Koshin. I can't send it to Koshin again.
You could.
I mean, I could, yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
I told you to keep sending it to him. Maybe he'll make a mistake.
Yeah.
Send it for Josh Jacobs.
Nah, ain't that good.
That'd be funny.
I'm gonna send it for Brian again. Yeah.
You know, why not?
Make that.
He sent you the trade the first time, didn't he?
Yeah. He wanted James Conner. For Brian Robinson, who's on bye this week. Like, who the fuck are you?
You're like, I'm giving you a running back you can start.
And look, Kareem Hunt, his grade is higher. 86 to 85. How do you not make this deal? How do you not make this deal right now?
Or is it decided what Brian Robinson missed a couple games for injury?
I have no fucking clue. I have 10 trades proposed right now.
Because the only 2 people you can't trade with is you, and you didn't send one to me.
I didn't send one to you. Do you want me to send one to you?
No. I don't
Sure.
want to
You
send
want-
you.
you don't want Kareem Hunt? I'll send Yeah, right now I got Kareem Hunt for James Cook. Kareem Hunt for Jordan Addison.
I don't want your
Jameer
Kareem
Gibbs.
Hunt in my inbox.
Kareem Hunt for David Montgomery. Kareem Hunt for Chuba Hubbard. Kareem Hunt for Derrick Henry. Kareem Hunt for Brian Robinson Jr. Kareem Hunt for Tony Pollard. Kareem Hunt for Kyron Williams. Kareem Hunt for Stevenson. Maybe Brian will suck that. And then Kareem Hunt for Najee Harris.
Kareem Hunt.
Someone's got to bite, bro. He's too good. He's too good of a player.
This is like someone sending a dick pic on Snapchat. Donnie's just like, I'm sending it to everybody. Just send all.
Yeah.
Somebody's bound to bite on it.
That was fucking Edwin, man.
I was going to clip this and
He
put
was
this.
too drunk, and he was just like, "That's everybody." Let's go.
I was with somebody once that had got it too. Like me and Crystal and somebody else were out at like Bike Week, and she was like, "I got a Snapchat from Edwin." I'm like, I probably wouldn't open that.
Don't open that.
Because it was at like 10 or 11 o'clock.
Nah, that's safe. It's 2 a.m. That's when you gotta be
It's,
like, hold up. Maybe pause on that.
Actually, it might have been that late because it was pretty late because it was close to when the band had just finished. So it might have been that late.
Yeah,
Because
it's gotta be that
they
late.
have to stop at 12.
Yeah, you can do a 10 or 11, and you got a decent shot of it being.
And I remember, I'm pretty sure it was Chris I was with, and she was like, I just got a Snapchat from Edwin. And I'm like, I think I know what that is. She's like, I've gotten him before. And I'm like, oh, so you already know.
you already know. You already know what it is.
I think I've been with Emily plenty of times too, and she's gotten him from Edwin.
Sorry to put your business out in the street, buddy. Let's just say his name 8 more times.
I mean, his business is out
No,
on the
I'm not
street.
doing that.
Who? What was it?
He sent a trade back. He wants Bucky for Tony Pollard. Like, no. No.
Oh, that means he's gonna review mine. Come on, baby, hit. Someone's gotta hit it. Am I down? I still got 10 proposed. Let's go. Never mind. I got 11.
Even though it says that they're the same grade, they're both 88s, but it has Bucky boom 6, bust 1. Tony Pollard boom 2, bust 3. And I'm like, well,
What's his grade?
88.
I mean, Kareem Hunt's an 86. But you're getting him in that last round. That last round pick, running back, gonna be starting soon. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna have no trade spending.
You might.
So there's gonna be some reversals, and I'm gonna be like, no, I'm fine.
Or there's gonna be that one person who just looked at it and was just like, I'm just gonna leave this here and ignore it.
Just gonna leave.
I ignored the Brees Hall one. I didn't even hit decline.
Just gonna leave this here for a while.
Oh well. It's out there. I put it out in the ether. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael
Yeah.
Scott.
Wayne Gretzky said by Michael Scott. So maybe I'll get lucky, or maybe all those people are so just astronomically upset with my trade offer that they don't put a claim in for Isaac Guerrero.
He didn't cancel our other trade. He just proposed that one, so I declined his, and I'm like, maybe he'll grab it. Maybe he was just testing the waters, but I'm not trading Bucky. He's my keeper, and he's clearly the number 1 running back in that offense right now.
I mean, unless they sign Kareem Hunt.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're gonna sign Kareem Hunt. Rashad White's already out. You might as well just call it a day.
Yeah, just go ahead and cut him and just pick up.
And then whoever the other guy is too that gets in there for that
Tucker.
random touchdown every now and then.
Tucker.
Get rid of him.
Every time I would-
pick up Kareem Hunt.
Good.
I'd see that Tampa Bay scored a rushing touchdown. I'd be like, all right, which one was it? I played both of them, and it's like Tucker, and I'm like, the one fucking running back I don't have scores a touchdown. I'm like, that's all he did the whole game. He had like 2 carries for 3 yards and a touchdown. I'm like,
You watch it 2 weeks from now, you see the same thing, but it's Kareem Hunt.
yeah. They cut Tucker and they signed Kareem Hunt.
So he'll play Tracy, bumps it up to 102, and then he'll put a kicker in. So me and Corbin are going to be almost dead even. I got a very shitty lineup coming up.
Are you playing Corbin?
Yeah. But he doesn't have Derrick Henry. But he's got Chase Brown versus Dallas, who's projected 18, so that definitely
He could have Kareem Hunt.
definitely hurts the old... Whatever.
He could have Kareem Hunt.
He could have
Yeah,
Kareem
could have Kareem Hunt, man. He could have Kareem Hunt
Against Dallas.
ready to go. He doesn't have that running back spot filled, so I mean, perfect time. Fill with a keeper.
Chase Brown's probably going to be his keeper.
You don't know that.
Unless he gets Kareem Hunt.
That's against Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt's
I'm gonna
that
buy me
guy.
a Kareem Hunt jersey and be like, yo, here we go.
Next year, you should.
That's-
Next year for the draft, you should show up in a Kareem Hunt jersey.
Be like, guys, he's still available.
Bro, no, you should buy one now and while you can, and show up next year with it on. That would
You
be
should-
the funniest
You
thing.
should see how much Kareem Hunt stuff you could get. See if you can get a hat, a shirt,
I might
pants,
just get like one of those spray shirts, like get it custom made, be a Kareem Hunt, and on the back, best keeper in the NFL. In NFL fantasy.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. There would only probably be a handful of people that would remember all these trades going.
Nah, everyone's gonna remember me
They'll
trying to get
remember-
rid
they'll
of Kareem
remember
Hunt. It'll get brought up at drafts so quickly.
You'd be like, Donnie, I thought you were keeping Kareem Hunt.
No,
Nah, about that, yeah.
I'm keeping Chubb. But if I didn't have Chubb, yeah, I'd probably
Kareem
have
Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, man, Kareem Hunt. That's what it
Dude.
is.
Are you watching your message box and even pops up?
Me, maybe.
You're like staring at it. I'm like, what are you looking at?
Yeah, the economy.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt's down. We're trying to bump him up.
Yeah, fucking Biden.
You gotta put him on the stock market.
I'm gonna clip this. This is going to YouTube. Sorry, Edwin.